Hello, my name is Jordan Armstrong, and for my vlog entry, I've decided to review the 1982 movie, The Dark Crystal. This movie is directed by Jim Henson and Frank Oz, the men who brought us The Muppets and Sesame Street, written by Jim Henson and David Odell, and is about a boy named Jen who sets off on a quest to restore order to his world. The two things I wanted to talk about specifically are the story and the puppetry in this film. An entire world was created for this story to be told. At the beginning of the movie, our narrator tells us the story of another world, another time. He speaks of a time 1,000 years ago, when a magical crystal kept the world alive, cracked, sending the world into chaos and darkness. He speaks of two races appearing out of this, the cruel Skeksis and the gentle Mystics, the former of which rule the land in a reign of terror. There is a prophecy that promises the restoration of the crystal and an end to the Skeksis' power at the hands of a Gelfling, an elf-like species. In fear of this prophecy, the Skeksis kill all the Gelflings except one who managed to escape, our hero Jen. So much backstory was created for this movie. There are even outside sources that expand on the world in the form of novels and comic books. This really makes the world feel like a real, living, breathing place. This movie follows the hero's journey quite well. With the call to adventure when Jen learns about the prophecy, supernatural aid when Jen finds the mysterious witch like Agra, and the crossing of the return threshold when he finally fulfills the prophecy and the whole world is changed, just to name a few. The puppetry in this film is what makes it really stand out for me. This movie is 100% live action, and yet a human actor is never once seen on screen. CGI is used briefly to show distant landscapes and large castles, but outside that, everything you see on screen is a real set with puppets and animatronics operated by the crew. In one particular scene, Jen is walking through a foresty area. They could have chose to just put some green plants here and there, maybe a waterfall over there. But if you look closely, there are tiny little creatures skittering about, and the plant life is colorful and vibrant and alive. Every little thing that moves in the scene is either a puppet or an animatronic. This adds even more to the feeling that I mentioned earlier about this being a real, living, breathing place. Some of the larger creatures have a dozen intricate little moving parts all moving at once that seem unreal to be attached to a puppet. Many of these are big enough to fit people inside them, and performers are in fact inside them working their legs, arms, head, and mouth. After the movie was done and the credits began rolling, I was surprised to see that almost every character in the film had two people credited to it. There was a team of performers to control the puppets, which Jim Henson and Frank Oz themselves were part of, and voice actors to give the characters their voices. While Jim Henson's work shows up in other great movies like Labyrinth and Star Wars, I really believe that The Dark Crystal is his masterpiece in puppetry. This is a great movie, and I think that anyone who likes a good fantasy adventure movie should put this on their list to watch. You will not regret it.